and riptides now.
Yeah, I'm hard to put that kayak in the creek some days. Because there's snakes in the creek,
See?
water moccasins.
See? Exactly. And they can swim faster than you can run.
Yep, they can certainly swim faster than I can paddle that kayak. This is true.
And you also have to watch out for alligators now.
Well, yeah, where we kayak up on the lake in Elmore, there's alligators there.
Yeah, I'm not going in any water in Alabama. Because they got something.
They're getting out, they've got alligators in Tennessee now. They're moving up.
They're moving up. Hi. Hey, Amanda. Oh, okay. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to Agudath Israel Etz Ahayem Synagogue. We are praying out of Sidor Lev Shalem, and we begin tonight's service, page 5. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Barchuni l'shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim kadosh baruch hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim, kadosh baruch hu. Page 11, Psalm 95. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Naria, naria, letzor yishenu, ekad mafana betoda. Naria, naria, letzor yishenu, Bizmirot naria lo. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai. Naria, naria, letzor yishenu, nekad mafana betoda. Naria, naria, letzor yishenu, bizmirot naria lo. We continue responsively. Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God, raising our voice in song.
Great is Adonai, a greater sovereign than all other deities. God's hands formed the earth's deep, mountain crests too are God's work. The sea is God's, for God made it. Dry land was fashioned by God's hands.
Come then, let us bow and kneel. Let us bend our knees in the presence of Adonai who formed us.
For Adonai is our God, and we are God's flock, sheep in God's caring hands.
If only you would listen today to God's voice and not become hard-hearted, like the people at the Merivah, like that time at Massah in the desert when your ancestors tried me and tested me, though they had seen what I had wrought.
For 40 years I was troubled by that generation, and I said, these are people whose hearts have gone astray. They do not know my way. So in anger I swore they would not enter my rest.
Arba'im shana kut bedor va'omam to'eh levavim v'hem lo yad derachai asher nishpati v'yapi im yavon el menuchati. Page 13, Psalm 96. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai bachu shemo, basru meyom yeshuato, sapru v'goyim kevodo b'chol ha'amim nifliotav. Al ko Elohim lai lai lai, kiko Elohei amim elilim, v'Adonai shamayim asap. Hod ve'adar lefanav, oz v'tiferet b'mikdasho. Havu l'Adonai mishpachot amim, havu l'Adonai kavod v'oz. Havu l'Adonai ke'evod shemo, seu mincha Uvahu lechadzerod of lai lai lai. Shtachavu ladonai behadrat kodesh. Chilo mipanav kol haaretz. Imru vagoyim Adonai malach. Avtikum tevel balatimot. Yadinamim b'meisharim. Yismechu hashamayim v'tagil haaretz. Ayiram mayamu melo. Yalo sadai v'chol asher bo lai lai lai. Az yiranenu kol hatziyar lifnei Adonai kiva. Kiva lishbot haaretz. Ishbot tevel betzedek ve'yamim be'emunato. Yalai la lai 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 la lai lai. Yai lai lai lai. Yalai la lai la lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai. We continue. Psalm 97, page 15. Tina, would you lead us responsively, please?
Adonai reigns, let the earth be glad, the many distant lands rejoice.
Surround the divine.
Righteousness and justice secure God's throne. Fire goes before God, consuming besiegers round about.
Flashes of lightning illumine the land, the earth watches and trembles, mountains melt like wax at the approach of Adonai, at the approach of the master of all the earth.
The heavens tell of God's righteousness, and all the nations see God's glory.
Worshippers of idols be shamed for praising false gods, for all that is deemed supreme bow before God.
Zion hears of it and rejoices. The cities of Judah exalt, as you, Adonai, pass judgment.
You, Adonai, are above all that is earthly, exalted over all that is worshipped as divine.
Those who love Adonai hate evil. God protects the lives of the faithful, saving them from the hands of the sinful.
Light is sown for the righteous and joy for the upright. Rejoice in Adonai, you righteous people, and thank God as you pronounce the divine holy name.
Or Zarula Tzadik will Yisrael Simcha Simchu Tzadikim Barunai Vodu Lezecher Kadisho. Thank you, Tina, and thank you for all the voices I'm hearing. Page 17, Psalm 98. Mizmor Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash Ki Niflot Asa Hoshia Lo Yemino Uzaro Ako Adia Adonai Yeshuato Le'ena Goyim Gilad Sid Kato Zachar Chastav Emunato Levei Yisrael Ra'u Cholav Se'aretz Et Yeshuat Eloheinu Hariu Ladonai Kol Haaretz B'tzchum V'ranenu V'zameru Zamru Ladonai Bechinor V'kol Zimara B'chatzot Rod V'kol Shofar Hariu Lifnei HaMelech Adonai Yiramayam Melo Tevel V'yoshveva Neharot Yimcha Uchaf Yachad Harim Yiranenu Lifnei Adonai Kiva Lishbot Haaretz Yishbot Tevel B'tzedek Ve'yamim B'meisharim Yalai Lalai 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 Yalai Lalai Lalai Yalai Lalai 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 Yalai Lalai 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 Yalai Lalai Lalai Yalai Lalai Lalai Yalai Lalai. We continue. Page 19, Psalm 99. Barbara, would you lead us responsively, please? Page 19.
honestly and justly.
Exalt Adonai our God, bow down before God, the Holy One.
Moses and Aaron among God's priests, and Samuel among those who called upon the divine name, called to you, and you answered them. You spoke to them from amidst the cloud, that kept your covenant and the law you gave them. You answered them, Adonai our God. You are a forgiving God to them, even as you punished them for their transgressions.
Exalt Adonai our God, bow down on God's holy mountain, for Adonai our God is holy.
Ramemu Adonai Eloheinu v'ishtachavu lahar kadisho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Thank you very much, Barbara. We rise, page 21, Psalm 29. Mizmor leDavid, Avu l'Adonai b'nei Elim, Avu l'Adonai kavod va'oz, Avu l'Adonai kavod shemo, Ishtachavu l'Adonai b'hadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim, el hakavod irim, Adonai Amayim, Amayim Rabim, Kol Adonai Ba'koach, Kol Adonai Be'adar, Kol Adonai Shover Arazim, Vaishabech Adonai et Alzei Alvanon, Vayarkidem kemo egel Levanon v'Sirion, Kemo venreimim, Kol Adonai chotzev lavodesh, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yecholeu ayalav, vayechasov uvechalo kulo amer kavod, Adonai Amabul Lamabul Yashav, Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam, Adonai Oz Liam Oyitein, Adonai Yavarech et Amo Vashalom. You may be seated. We continue page 23. Lecha dodi lekrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Ishmi'anu elam yuchad, Adonai echad, O Shemo echad, L'shem o tiferet v'liti la lecha, Dodi lekrat, Kala penei Shabbat nikabila, Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki mekor abiracha, Merosh mikedem nesucha, So maaseh b'machshvat tchila, Lecha dodi lekrat, Kala penei Shabbat nikabila, Mikdash melech ir melucha, Kumitzei mitocha hafecha ravlach, Shevet b'yemek habacha, V'yachamohu alaychem la lecha dodi lekrat, Kala penei Shabbat nikabila. We rise as we turn to the last stanza of Lecha Dodi, page 25. Bo'i v'shalom materet bala, kan besimcha uvetzala, tochem munei yam segula. Bo'i chala, lecha dodi lekrat, kala penei Shabbat nekabila. You may be seated. We continue with Psalm 92, page 27. David, would you lead us responsibly?
A song,
please?
the song of the day of Shabbat. It is good to thank you, Adonai, and to sing to your name most high, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night.
Endure the lute, pluck the harp, let the sound of the lyre rise up.
You gladden me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork.
How wonderful are your works, Adonai, how subtle your designs.
The arrogant do not understand, the fool does not comprehend this. The wicked flourish like grass, and every evildoer blossoms, only to be destroyed forever.
But you, Adonai, are exalted for all time.
Surely your enemies, Adonai, surely your enemies will perish. All who commit evil will be scattered.
As a wild bull raises up its horn, you raised my head high, anointed it with fresh oil.
As my enemies gather against me, my gaze remains steady, for my ears listen and hear.
The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they flourish in our God's courtyards.
In old age they remain fruitful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming Adonai is upright, my rock, in whom there is no flaw.
Tzadik Tamar Yifrach Ki Erez Balvanon Yizkeh Shetulim Bevet Adonai Bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu Od Yenuvun Beseva Deshenim Verananim Yehu Lehagid Ki Yashar Adonai Suri V'lo Avlatabo. Page 29. Adonai is sovereign, robed in splendor, girded in strength. The earth stands firm, not to be dislodged. From earliest time you were enthroned, you are eternal.
The rivers rise up, Adonai. The rivers raise up their roar. The rivers raise up their waves. Above the roar of the vast sea and the majestic breakers of the ocean, Adonai stands supreme in the heavens.
In your house, beautiful in its holiness, your testimonies endure, Adonai, for all time. So, Shabbat Shalom to everyone. I just barely got back this afternoon. I do have a massive sunburn from the beach. Thank God I never went near the water. I got there and it was red flag and purple flag. I said, well, I'm not going in with jellyfish, sharks, and then it followed by double red flag, which is riptides. And they kicked everybody out of the water. And I said, you didn't need to tell me that. But the wind was unbelievable. It was 25 miles an hour. I've never felt wind like that. But it was wonderful. I ate a lot. I ate too much. Went to my favorite restaurant, which is Cobalt. If you haven't been to Orange Beach, you need to go to Cobalt. It's just a wonderful, wonderful restaurant. Actually, I went to Rotolo's too. It's just a little pizza place. And a kid came in. He must have been 9, 10 years old with a yo-yo. And for 30 minutes, he did things with a yo-yo I have never seen before. I actually recorded 2.5 minutes of it. He had everybody there flabbergasted with what this kid could do with a yo-yo. I didn't even know people used yo-yos anymore. Anyway, it is really, really great to be back. Speaking of food, you and your family have been promised a land of your own. Your ancestors will be countless in the number as the stars in the sky and the sand on the seashore. Those who blessed you will be blessed, and those who curse will be cursed. Lots of hope and promise for a glorious future. Then, you and your family are snatched up and enslaved in a foreign country. You are made to work unending hours and hard labor. The people who enslaved you fear that your numbers have increased beyond reason, and they plot to kill your firstborn sons. Then, you and your family cry out to God for relief. You beg God to end the slavery and suffering. Then, God sends Moses and the plagues, and the sea splits and brings you to Sinai to give you the Torah, and takes you to be a nation of priests, an example to the other nations of the world for ethical and proper behavior. We leave Sinai and begin our trek to this promised for land of milk and honey. On the very first day of this journey, what do you and your family do? You complain that there is no water. Moses is told by God to speak to a rock and bring forth water. Moses needs a hearing aid because he does not speak to the rock, but hits it twice with his staff. God is not amused and forbids Moses from reaching the Holy Land. It's a little severe. God anticipates your next complaint and provides you with food to go along with that water in the form of manna, a type of grain that when cooked tastes like anything you want it to. Whatever it is you like or desire, this manna is. Then on the second day, what do you and your family do? You complain again that there's no meat. God, being a forgiving God and with an immensely great sense of humor, sends quail. Quail come out of the sky in countless numbers, and he makes you and your family eat the quail. He makes you eat it till the meat comes out of your noses. That is what the Torah text says. A couple goes to a kosher resort in the Catskills. When they return, friends ask them about their vacation. They reply, lousy. The food was no good, and the portions were so small. That's a joke. There is something very Jewish about complaining about food. Of all the conversations over the years that I have had with the board of my congregation, and before that the ritual committee and sisterhood, and even individual congregants, the majority have been to complain about food. Whether the food that we serve at Oneg's on Friday nights or the Kiddushes on Saturday mornings, or about our community Seder for Pesach. Rabbi, why can't I bring a certain food into the shul? This seems to be a sport in most synagogues around the world. When I talk to families right before funerals and ask them to talk about their just deceased mother or sister, the topic of food invariably comes up. They were great cooks and made the best cabbage roll or boyas, but their roast beef tasted like rubber and their potatoes were always burnt. I have just as many complaints about food for the departed than compliments. To tell you the truth, my own mother was not a great cook. The best meal we had growing up was at a restaurant in Little Italy in Baltimore. It's still really great to go there. It was never at home. I think I learned to cook from my mother, and that is why when and I'm never allowed into the kitchen wherever I am. Of course, food is very much is very important to Jewish identity. There is a touch of truth to the classical description of Jewish festivals. They tried to kill us. We won. Let's eat. Whether it is potato latkes at Hanukkah or matzo ball soup at Passover, We Jews love our culinary traditions. I remember once going to a Christian wedding. There was an hour-long cocktail hour where all they served was cocktails, not an hors d'oeuvre in sight. That would never, ever happen at a Jewish wedding. Is there any religious lesson in this tendency to complain about food? I think it teaches something profound about the Jewish way to view the world. Other faiths are focused on some future world, heaven or paradise. Christianity and Islam talk about going to heaven. Do not worry about this world, for it is merely a temporary sojourn. These religions were heavily influenced by Plato's idea that this world is filled with change and corruption, but there is an ideal world of the forms. Buddhism seeks this world as a place of suffering, dukkha, and prays for eventual release to nirvana. If life here is temporary and the ideal world is on some other spiritual plane, we do not need to worry about the food. Judaism is also somewhat influenced by these ideas. The rabbis speak about the righteous in heaven eating the Leviathan or Leviathan, a gigantic fish described in the book of Genesis. Yes, that's how we look at heaven, eating fish. But the emphasis of Judaism is this world. How do we make this world into heaven? How do we perfect this world as a kingdom of God? And if we want to perfect this world, there is nothing more prevalent in our day-to-day life than what we eat. Complaining about the food is the first step in complaining about the world. And complaining about the world is the first step to trying to perfect this world. It seems part of our character is to be dissatisfied as we begin the process of making things better. Jewish life is built around food. Even the intense fast day of Yom Kippur includes a family meal before the fast and a shared break fast after the observance is over. We like to eat, and we like our food to be good. It seems that until that perfect time in the future, it will be part of our character to complain about the food. B'te'avon. Shabbat shalom. I'm hungry. We'll now continue with Ma'ariv, page 39a. Please rise for the call to worship. Baruch hu et Adonai ha'mevohu rach. Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. Page 39b. Baruch Atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space. You completed your work of creation on the seventh day, calling this day from one evening to the next the Holy Shabbat, and gave this day of rest in all its holiness to your people Israel, creator of day and night, rolling light before darkness and darkness from light, making day pass and bringing on the evening, distinguishing day from night. Adonai Tzvaot is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch Atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. O Mahavir Yom Umevi Laila, Mavdil Ben Yom Uvein Laila Adonai Tzvaot Shemo El Chai V'Kayom Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'Olam Va'ed Baruch Atah Adonai Hamariv Aravim, page 40. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amchavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadita. Alkeina Adonai Eloheinu. B'shachveinu v'kumeinu. Nasiach bechukecha. V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha. Uv'mitzvotecha. Leolam voed. Ki hem chayenu. V'orech yameinu. Uvahem nege yomam v'layla. V'yavatcha tasim imanu la'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai. Ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael. Adonai Eloheinu. Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'oela asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinanatam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shachbecha v'kumecha ukshartam liot al yadecha v'hayu latotafot beinecha uchtabtam nam zuzot beitecha uv'isharecha v'hayu im shamoa tishmu matzata asher nochi וחובת אדוני מכם. וכם יום נחשכם שאתם יודעים לכם והיו לטוטפה ביניכם. למען ירבו ימיכם וימי בניכם האדמה אשר נשבע אדוני לפניכם לתת להם כי מהשמיים הארץ. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el bnei Yisrael v'amarta lehem v'yasu lahem tzitzit al kanfei vigdehem ledoratam v'natnu al tzitzit hakana petiot achelet v'haya lachem letzitzit oritem oto Ushchatem et kol mitzvot Adonai va'asitem otam v'lo tatu acharei levavachem v'yacharei nechem asher tem zonim achareihem leman dizgaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kadoshim leloechem ani Adonai Eloechem Asher hotzeit etachem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 43b. You proclaimed the covenant on the seventh day. You declared it and decreed it. We listened and heard it. You loved this day we inherited, delighting in its remembrance, and began its command with the word remember, Zachor. From the time you bestowed it, joy filled the hearts of Yeshurun, the people you redeemed, securing the cause of righteousness. You exalted Shabbat as a sign between us forever. In 6 days your world was formed. On the seventh day you rested. And on this day, Israel, your people, rest, to honor your name and sing songs of praise to the one deserving of praise. Page 44. U'malchuto b'ratzon kibalehem, Moshe u'miyam u'vnei Yisrael chaneshira, b'simcha rabba v'yameru chulam mi chamahocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedor bakodesh Norati Lod O Seifele Machutecha Uvenecha Bokiyam Lifnei Moshe Zeli Anu V'yameru Adonai Yimloch Leolam Vaed V'ne'emar Kifada Adonai et Yaakov Ugolad Chazak Mimenu Baruch et Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Page 45. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu. Ushmotzetenu ve'en l'chaim ushlamiyata v'yad olam ufrosa l'nishkat shlomecha baruch atah Adonai hapochet sukat shalom aleinu v'yal kol amo Yisrael v'yal Yerushalayim. We rise, page 46, for Vishamru. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et Shabbat La'asot et Shabbat ledoratam barit olam v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et Shabbat La'asot et Shabbat ledoratam barit olam Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam oti le'olam oti Le'olam v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat ledoratam barit olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et ha'aretz v'shamru V'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat ledoratam barit olam uvayom hashvi Shabbat v'yinafash Shabbat v'yinafash Shabbat v'yinafash v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat ledoratam barit olam. We continue with the silent Amidah, pages 47 through 52. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Ki Ata Melech Adon Lechol Shalom Ki Ata Melech Adon Lechol Shalom Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam V'to be'einecha levarech Et Amcha Yisrael B'chol ed u'v'chol sha'a Bishlomecha Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam. We rise as the ark is open, page 56. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol l'teit gedula liyotzeh b'reishit shalo asanu k'goyei ha'atzot v'lo samanu k'mishmachot ha'adama shalo san chelkeinu kahem וגורלנו ככל המונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ ומושב יקראו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו לגבי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד אין את מלכנו אלא זולתו ככתוב בתורתו וידעת היום השבות אל לבבך כי אדוני הוא אלוהים בשמיים למעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד אלוקים לכבודך אדוני אלוהינו לראות להם בתפארתך. ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ברוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו echad. You may be seated. This week we will observe yard sites for Natalie Berkantz, Herbert Leibowitz, Rosa Silverberg, Abraham Chudnovsky, Matilda C. Franco, Jean Kapoya, Sylvan Kramer, Berta Mitnick, Solomon Russo, Jack Arroghetti, Ruth Bruchis, Sari Chernow, Dora Eagle, Leo Finkelstein, Denise K. Hannon, Hirsch Siegel. Sorry about that. I wasn't. Sam Kulik, Arlene Miller, and Sam Tannenbaum. Those observing yard site and those who mourn, turn to page 58 and join me with the Kaddish Tom, the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah b'yoma divrach chirutei v'yamlech malchutei b'chayichon v'yimechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala v'zman kariv v'yimaru amen Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam Olmel Maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitchomam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalal v'shmei kudisha barichu le'lam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran b'yalma v'yimaru amen yehi shlam rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimaru amen. O say shalom dimermav hu yaseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimaru amen. Maybe see. Sorry about the interruption. I watched the door because I would like to know who's out there, and somehow it thought I said Siri. No idea why. Thank you all for joining me. It's nice to have a lot of people here tonight. It's nice to be back in Montgomery. Services will continue tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Our weekly Havdalah group is moving into Alabama Community Virtual Havdalah 2.0, which will begin the first Saturday night in July. And you'll all get that link when it comes about. Coming up, we have June 30th, we have unveiling for Terry Aronoff at Greenwood Cemetery at 10 a.m. We're also going to have a rather large Beit Din that day. So we hope to have 4 new congregants coming out of that. That will be great. And Barbara, do you have anything? Okay.
Good Shabbos. The rabbi's retirement dinner will be Friday, July the 26th, and it will also be the first weekend that Rabbi Sussman will be with us. So I just want to encourage everybody to please make your reservations. It's going to be a very lovely evening. We're going to miss you. And also pray for the hostages and Israel. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Barbara. With that, we will go ahead and complete our service, page 211. Adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra li'ed nasa v'chefso kol azai melech shemo nikra azai melech shemo nikra v'yacharei kichlot hakol leva ado yimloch nora Vehu aya, vehu hove, vehu yeh betifara, vehu yeh betifara, vehu echad v'yein sheni lam shalo lehachbira, beli reshit, beli tachlit, v'lo ha'oz v'hamisra, v'lo ha'oz